here we are. We're entering the third quarter of the year, and man, it's going to be Halloween, and Thanksgiving, and Christmas, then New Year's. Where's all the time gone? Oh, hey, it's me, Tracy, the Ace Brinkmann. Welcome to another episode of Your Success DNA, brought to you by Your Success at Last. I was just pondering before I fired up the show here, and I'm gonna go somewhere probably a little different. I'm gonna try a little unscripted action. I got some thoughts I want to share with you as we come out of 3 quarters of 2013 and head into that last quarter. And we know it's going to be busy. It's going to be a crazy one. I mean, if you think about it, it seems like just yesterday we were inhaling that fresh aroma of spring flowers, and now, yeah, now, well, it's pretty right around the corner. Winter's going to be out upon us, and how are your plans going? Yeah, what plans? You made plans, right? Yeah, you did. You set some New Year's resolutions back in January, 9 months ago. Did you have the motivation to write them down? Did you dream? Did you take some action? Yeah. See, those are all questions that I was sitting there pondering. And I was thinking about, this is the reason why I do this show. I mean, besides the fact that I started this show so long ago as a newsletter, really to involve myself in a lesson. I learned that I can go out and I can read things and learn to do it. I can do things and I can learn to do it better. But then when I teach, actually it becomes a part of me at that point. So I started the newsletter from that point to help teach. And it has grown from a newsletter to some public speaking events to now these audio shows and pretty soon some videos and on from there. But that's why Your Success DNA is here for you every single day. And I know if you're listening on my new friends on Stitcher, hey, hello to all you folks. I've just seen a whole swarm of folks coming in from Stitcher, or if you're listening on iTunes or any of the other places that the show is published through. We're not here just on Mondays. My premium members get more content each and every day of the week: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And if you're listening to the 360 tips, you're even getting stuff on Saturday and Sunday. I do like 15 shows a week, and they all have one goal: to light a little spark inside you. You see, over all this time, through all the newsletters and the stand-up speeches and the audiences and the teleseminars and the group coaching, I've learned one thing: I cannot motivate you. I'm going to say that again. I cannot motivate you. Don't get me wrong. I can be motivating. But that motivation that you need, my friend, it really comes from within you. What I try to do here, and I started to do it again, starting way back with the newsletters, is I try to give you some tips, some ideas and stories, and perhaps even sprinkling a couple of thoughts in your head that make you go, like the old song says, things that make you go, right? And these little things that once I drop those in and you hear those stories and those thoughts that make you go, they might motivate you. From them, you'll get that motivation, that spark of inspiration that you need. Those things that make you feel good, the things that make you feel the way you want to feel. And that brings us right to the question that we always ask on Monday: how do you want to feel? Huh? Well, and let me start with what I always ask first, though. How do you feel? You feel good, right? Monday? Right now it's 8:27 here on the East Coast. Well, it's not on the East Coast, Midwest actually. And I had a good day. I had a busy, very productive day. I'm feeling pretty good. Started off my day feeling pretty good. So for me, it was a good Monday. Did you get it this morning going, oh, God, it's Monday. I need a little success atlas just to cheer me up? Yeah? Well, you can do it yourself. Again, that motivation comes from within you. And it starts with the little questions. If you listen to this show every single day of the week, I ask a different question every day of the week. And each one of these questions is designed to do those little thoughts. Sprinkle those little ideas in you. So, how do you feel? And then, how do you want to feel? You got to know what you want. It's like the goal setting thing. We're going to talk a little bit about goals today. Oh my God, Tracy, not again, not goals again. Yes, goals again. Because like I said, we are 3/4 of the way through the year. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to think about, because you're listening to the show, you're going to think about the resolutions you set back in January, simply for no other reason than the fact that I mentioned it, and you're going to go, oh, dang, I didn't do anything about it. Or you're going to go, yeah, I'm killing it, Tracy, right? And if you are, send me an email. I want to hear it. Let me share your stories, your success stories. Let me tout you and hear from you and what it is you've done to make your goals happen. But here's what happens is you can be sure life is, it's going to have the twisting paths, right? It's going to have those potholes, and you're going to have to navigate them, right? You're going to be cruising along. Maybe you're taking your steps. You're killing it with the diet. Yeah, got my salads going on. I cut back on my sodas, which is what I did this year, as a matter of fact. I used to drink, oh my God, when I worked for Coca-Cola, I used to drink almost, I'm trying not to exaggerate, 4 to 6 sodas a day. A day. I'm talking about, 16 to 20 ounce cans and bottles. That's a lot of soda. And you want to talk about the potential of putting on weight. Yeah, right? So whatever it may be, what is it you're going on? So these potholes you're going to have to navigate. You could be going through phases of your life that you're wondering how this luck happened. Wow, this is awesome. What's going to happen next? Or you could be having that bad luck and you're going to be wondering, gosh, is my luck ever going to change? And then things calm down, and then you're cruising along. You start finding the smooth road. Yeah, things are going good. All of a sudden, bam! The next pothole comes. The next curve comes at you. The next slap upside the face. See, no matter where your journey leads, staying focused on what you want in life will help keep your spirits high, and it's going to bring you joy. Now, are you going to get it every single time? No. Let's be honest. All right, let's be real here. I'm going to try and motivate you, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to fluff you up with all kinds of, ooh, yeah, life is always awesome. Because it's not, right? It's not. The key to a fulfilled life is to go for your goals, to give it 150% no matter what. And I've mentioned my daughter and her cheerleading teams a number of times, and watching the girls go out there and give 150%. And I've told the story not so long ago about the young lady who got out there, got popped in the nose, and there she was at the end of doing the dance routine, at the end of the routine, and she's killing it, right? Blood spewing out of her nose, just rolling down her face. But she felt awesome about it, right? So I want to give you some tips for when life gets a little bit bumpy. But here's the thing, and I know I'm probably dancing over here a little bit because I'm kind of winging it freely here, going scriptless, because here we are, 3/4 of the way through the year. You got 3 months ahead of you, right? And this is going to become a very busy 3 months, right? No matter what your religion or beliefs are, the end of every year for just about everybody on this planet gets pretty crazy because lots of things going on, right? If you're a farmer, you're wrapping up your harvest and you're doing things to get ready for the next year. If you're in retail, good God, you are really beginning to hit you're going to get into that spike in probably about 2 weeks, right? Your new floor set's going to hit the ground, and then the customers are going to start coming in, and then bam, it's November, bam, and it's December, bam, it's January, right? Craziness, sale after sale after sale. And if you're a consumer, oh yeah, there it is right there. Same thing on the other side of the coin. If you're a parent, right, kids are going back into school. There's going to be all these activities going on, sports. If you're in cheerleading, their cheerleading events are about ready to start happening. Oh gosh, next week. Oh my God. And so it's just this whirlwind of activity, and you're going to forget about your goals. And I want you to think about them today. Spend a little time thinking about, all right, what did I want to do at the beginning of the year? Don't just set your goals in January 1st. Don't be just a New Year's resolution person, because here's what happens. New Year's Day comes around, we all set our resolutions. I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to save money, and I'm going to start a business. I want to be happier, I'm going to be better to my friends, I'm going to treat my family with respect, and I'm going to love everybody that needs to be loved. And then 2 weeks later, how much have you really done? Now, I'm talking about the majority. A lot of the folks that come here probably apply a little bit more, but they lose some of it. So let me give you a few of those tips, right? A little of that motivation, that little spark to get you going. First off, and I say this time and time again, so I'm going to keep pounding this into your head. Know exactly what you're after in life. And if you don't know what you're after, what are you going to do? That's right. You're going to find out what you're after. If you don't know what your life's goal is, your goal right now is to find out your life's goal. Period. End of story. So now you know what to do. There it is. So always know what you're after. And if you don't know what you're after, that's what you're after. And then when you find it out, then you start going after it. Now that you know what you're after, You make a list of those goals, and you make them short and to the point. But let's make them clear, okay? So if you're going to say, I want more money, yeah, that's not good enough. That's short and to the point. Yeah, I get it. But make it short and to the point is, I want to earn another $5,000 by the end of next year. They're short to the point, but still very understandable. You'll know when you get it. If you could write a goal and hand it to someone else, and they could look at your life and say, nope, you haven't reached it, or yes, you have, then it's short and to the point, right? There you go. Number 3, I'm going to keep this one on time today, right? Infuse elements of goal achieving into every day of your life. Make it a part of who you are. Let's say one of your goals is to, I don't know, travel to Germany. I've been there a couple of times myself, and I want to go back. So maybe you should have some posters about Germany around. Yeah? Have some of those beautiful castles up there, the Rhine River. Have some books. Have some books about Europe around there, about Germany, wherever you want to go. Have them sitting around there. Listen to some German talk shows. The web is great. You can go to Stitcher, you can go to iTunes and find out some folks over there that are doing local shows and listen to it. And if you don't speak the language, maybe there you go. Go buy one of them cheap little $20, $50, $100 programs and learn some conversational language. Watch some of the television programs. Again, you can go out and things like Hulu and YouTube and search for that part. Make that a part of who you are. So everything about your goal is being reminded. Yeah, I want to go to Germany. Oh man, look at that place. It's awesome. Look at the shows over there. The people are awesome. Whatever it is, make it a part of your everyday life. So when life gets bumpy, you'll still be able to keep your eyes focused on that prize, focused on that goal. Okay? And as you're going through the bumpy times in life, I want you to talk positively to yourself. Oh my God, we hit that first pothole and God, fresher, right? Instantly. And then, a good part of your day is kind of shot from that. Step back, ask yourself the Monday question. How do I want to feel? And if it's not fresher, then start altering your state, right? Stand up, take a couple deep breaths, right? And do your move. If you're an Tony Robbins guy, if you've been in those seminars, do your move, right? Get yourself out of that state, wherever it takes. Listen to music that puts you in a positive state. Read something that puts you in a positive state. Watch funny videos, cat videos, dog videos, whatever it is that gets you in a positive state, do that. And at the end of every week, or heck, at the end of every day, I want you to reflect on your efforts. And you're going to do this for 2 reasons. One is to say, ooh, I didn't do so hot, or I did really good. Or probably it's a little of both. But the thing is, reflecting on your efforts is going to reinforce them. And even though you're probably struggling and thinking, what to accomplish, oh my God, I'm going to do to accomplish my goals this week, maybe you made a couple of phone calls. Maybe you got a couple of those books that you about going to Germany and you set them on your coffee table. Maybe you found you accomplished even 1 or 2 or 3 little things over the course of the week. The fact is you did something. And recognizing that fact is going to reinforce your efforts in your quest to achieve your goals. Oh, right? That's what you want to do. And it's going to help you realize that you can excel in times of challenge. Most of us do our best at times of challenge. So keep working towards accomplishing your goals, even though life is going to throw you some of those curveballs, some of those pitfalls, some of those speed bumps, some of those potholes, right? Know that after all of it, you can stay focused. Or that if you get out of focus, you can refocus yourself. Make goals a part of your daily life. That positive self-talk. Yeah, even use affirmations if you want to. I'm not a big woo-woo affirmation guy, but they have their place and they do work. They just don't work by themselves, as some people might want you to believe. So apply these strategies, apply these ideas, go back and listen to them. Get between some of my craziness, right? And I think if you do, you'll accomplish anything you want. And find out what works for you. Not all of these will work. That's why I try to give you more than one, right? Try the ones that work. And there's a few others. And if you want to, you can stop by yoursuccessatlast.com and get the 7 critical steps to success. I mean, it's free. It's just a little ebook I whipped together, and it's got these really critical steps to success that everybody needs to apply. So again, go to yoursuccessatlast.com, click on the banner across the top, drop in your email, and bam, I'll send it to you. That's easy. It's free, right? And while you're there, you can try the 7-day free trial of Your Success DNA and the 360 show, the other shows I mentioned at the beginning, at the top of this show. The other 15 that I do, you're getting one. There's 14 others that you're not hearing. The stuff that will pump you up and keep you going, give you more tips to reach your goals and keep you going. And drop in some of those tips, those ideas and stories, and yet, like I said, even the sprinkling of thoughts that make you go, yeah. So go there, get your free trial started now. YourSuccessAtLast.com. And with that, I leave you as I always do, saying, think successfully, take action. Talk to you later. Bye bye.